This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're a current subscriber, you know the routine. You're greatly appreciated. Come on in, make yourself at home. This week takes me to a couple thrift shops, Salvation Army, Goodwill, as well as one of my favorite places to go in Tampa, Sound Exchange, where you can actually trade in old movies and get other movies that give you store credit. But before I get into what I picked up at the thrift store, Sound Exchange, eBay, Amazon with my normal 3D pick as well as my classic pick for the week, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I'd like to share some of the things I watched either at the theater, streaming, or actual physical media. And to kick it off, I'm going to start with something the wife and I actually binge watched. This is a streaming show called The Man Who Fell to Earth. This is on the Showtime channel. This is a drama science fiction movie that debuted April 24th, 2022. This is starring, I'm going to murder this guy's name, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Naomi Harris, Anel Olale, Clark Peters, Bill Nye, Jimmy Simpson, Kate Mulgrew, Sonia Cassidy. Now, there's also a movie in the 70s, I think 75, with David Bowie, The Man Who Fell to Earth. Haven't seen the movie, so I'm not sure about the similarities. In this television series, this alien comes to Earth, and he is trying to save his planet. And to save his planet, he has to introduce this new cold fusion source of energy, and he has to get this to the right people. And the story revolves around there. Very interesting show. Great dramatic scenes, funny scenes, and of course you have your little geeky sci-fi. Enjoyed it a lot. Unfortunately, after looking this up, it only lasted one season, didn't get a renewal for the second season. So disappointed to hear that though. But you like sci-fi, little quirky, dramatic type of television series, you'll definitely like The Man Who Fell to Earth. My next pick is the June 9th, 2023 release of Transformers Rise of the Beast. This is directed by Stephen Caple Jr. This is starring Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback. Like the movie, like the storyline, a little disappointed in the special effects. Looks like they just kind of threw some of these special effects together, almost like reminiscent of, I don't know if you remember the show Land of the Lost back in the 70s. Some of the sci-fi or some of the special effects scenes look that bad. Like the story, good action. Looks like they're trying to do a partnership with another movie franchise. I'm not going to spoil that though. And they kind of alluded to that at the end. A lot of good action, fun movie. Is this one of the better Transformers movies? No. Very disappointed in the special effects though. But again, enjoyed the movie. It was a fun watch. Get the opportunity, saw the streaming. Transformers Rise of the Beast. My next one, this is a classic. This is a classic. Pictures are so good. This is Richard Pryor's, released November 4th, 1977, probably before a lot of you were even born, Which Way Is Up, directed by Mike Schultz, starring Richard Pryor actually playing three different roles. The beautiful Lynette McKee and Margaret Avery. You might know Margaret Avery if you've seen the movie The Color Purple. She plays Suge Avery. In this movie, Richard Pryor is a labor worker. He basically picks oranges, and they're trying to create a union where they're working at to improve the working conditions. And inadvertently, Pryor kind of lends himself out to the movement, and the story begins there. Very funny movement. It starts out even funny. It starts out Richard Pryor living in the same house with his father. You hear his father in the bedroom getting busy with his wife. He's trying to get something from his wife, and she's like, "Can you just whisper sweet nothings in my ear? Like, open your legs." Is that Richard Pryor type of humor? So, if you're a Richard Pryor fan like I am, you'll definitely love this classic film. November 4th, 1977, Which Way Is Up? My last pick. This is a Netflix pick. This came out this past Friday. Even though it says the release date is July 14th, it wasn't released on Netflix till July 21st. This is They Cloned Tyrone, directed by Joel Taylor, who also wrote this along with Tony Redmayne, starring John Boyega, Teyonah Parris, and Jamie Foxx. Really like this film. It's a layered film. You have the comedy of Jamie Foxx. You have the science fiction of possibility someone getting cloned, and yes, some dramatic scenes with some very strong political overtones or social overtones of what happens in certain neighborhoods. Reminds me of a song by De La Soul. While this happens in these neighborhoods, that's what all the experiments that go on. That's why they call it the projects. But don't want to give too much away. It starts out with John Boyega basically being a drug dealer who gets into a confrontation with someone else, and there's a shooting involved, and that's where the story begins. Great storyline. Love Jamie Foxx. Hope he's doing all right in the real world, in real life. I know he's been sick for a while. Jamie Foxx, in my opinion, one of the most talented artists in Hollywood. Stand-up comedian, acting, as well as a fantastic musician. Love John Boyega from Attack the Block, as well as his appearance in Star Wars. So, very fun movie, great social overtones, great message. I was expecting Keenan Wayans any minute in his post office, in his mailman outfit. Message, because there are a lot of messages in the movie. So, you like that kind of movie, you'll definitely like They Cloned Tyrone. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you at the other end of this video.
We are back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my pickups at Goodwill. Also, what I picked up at Sound Exchange. A couple Amazon, eBay pickups. My classic pick for the week, as well as my 3D pick. So hold on. Let me get these scanned in, and we'll jump right into it. Hold on. All right, let's start with what I picked up at the Salvation Army. This is what I picked up at the Salvation Army. Completely nothing. Had nothing there. That's some nice movies, but nothing I needed. But we'll go next to what I picked up at Goodwill. 100 Kilos. Glenn Plummer, MC8, CJ Mack. DJ Quick had the best disc. I'm sorry, I guess MC8. I don't know if you're familiar with Hip Hop Beefs or something like that, though. He has this fantastic line. That's why you spell your name E-A-I-H-T, because the G just ain't in you. That is the ultimate line. But back to the movies, 100 Kilos. I'm assuming this is a drug movie or gangster movie. I've had this for years, but didn't have the artwork, so normally I wouldn't pay this much for a DVD, but I'm looking for the artwork for a minute, so 100 Kilos. Next, we have a Disney double feature, Prep and Landing and Prep and Landing Naughty versus Nice. It's a Disney movie. Never seen this. So I have something for add to my Christmas movie watch. So again, this was basically $5 and this was $3. This is what I picked up at Goodwill. And as you see, that's what I paid. Let's go on to what I picked up at Sound Exchange. Let's see. Get off with Higher Power. I watched this. The reason I got this one, relatively inexpensive. What was it? Yeah, $3. Looked sci-fi. I saw from the producers of Transformers and G.I. Joe. From the visual effects artist 300, Fantastic Four, and X-Men Origins. So that's what interested me into the movie. Not a great movie. Maybe I have to watch it again. Very slow, a little bizarre. This man is being surveyed by this kind of overseer, and he kind of gives him these powers, and it's a really strange movie. Higher Power. And this is a Magnus release. Nice slipcover, artwork. Movie itself, Next, we have The Ward. Been looking for this for a while. John Carpenter's The Ward. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp's old chick, Mamie Gummer, not familiar with her. Daniel Panabaker, and Jared Harris. This is a horror movie. Oh, I need my Johnny Blade. I'm back with Wesley, aka the real Blade, aka Johnny Blade. Do your work. There you go. And nice artwork on the disc. Good for artwork on the disc. The Ward. And this is a Arc Entertainment. Really, Arc Entertainment. I thought it was a bigger label than that. The Ward. Next, we have Drive Hard with John Cusack. I like John Cusack for some strange reason. I always wondered why he wasn't officially part of the Brat Pack, though, back in the 80s. But we have the DVD and the Blu-ray. Oh, this is I guess the French version on the flip side. Drive Hard. So I guess it's kind of a murder car chase type of movie. Drive Hard. And who was the distributor on this one? Oh, BVS. I should have known with the VVS logo on there. Drive Hard. Next, we have Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland. New Spider-Man. Chaos Walking. Oh, you got Matt's. Is that Matt's Maxon? What's Matt's? can't see his name, but that's I like him when he played the TV version of Hannibal. Great show too, if you haven't seen that. Oh, this is still in this wrapper. Chaos Walking. The DVD and Blu-ray. Nice artwork on that. It's Lionsgate release. I think he was in the... what's the movie with The Rock? It'll come to me in a second, though. But Chaos Walking. Jumanji, that's where the guy's from. I knew I had to go back and look. So it looks like a interesting sci-fi flick. Chaos Walking. Let's see if I can get the tag off the slipcover. And this, I haven't seen this movie in a while. I remember loving this movie. Gabriel Byrne, Marcia Gay Harden, John Turturro, Albert Finney, a Coen Brothers film, Miller's Crossing. I just remember John Turturro being walked into the woods by gunpoint and just like pleading for his life. That seemed like the epic scene in this movie. Yeah, that's that scene right there. I haven't watched this in a while, so I don't remember the plot, but I just remember this along with Raising Arizona and Fargo made me a Coen Brothers fan. Hail Caesar, not so much. But this is what I picked up at Sound Exchange. And let's see. Because I traded everything at some movies where I traded in, I actually only paid $4 for all this because I traded some movies in with that. So all this for $4. Yes, I'm still balling on the budget. And this is a little something that I picked up with either eBay or Amazon. Sci-Fi Channel, Helix, Play God, Pay the Price, Season 1. Excellent show. Thought this should have lasted more than 2 seasons. I love him. I can't think of the guy's name. But he was also in the latest John Wick movie. I believe he's Japanese. Helix, the first season. I guess it's 3 discs. Oh. Helix, the first season. Nice little insert here. I'll see if the code still works. Helix, Sony release. And Helix, the second season. Now this is the way it's supposed to have it, like this. Might have to change this box. Helix Season 1, Season 2. And for my 3D pick of the week, one of my favorite TV shows from I think it was like late 70s, early 80s. Space 1999, Martin Landau from Mission Impossible. 4 episodes, not the whole season, but just 4 episodes. So Space 1999, it's a marketing film, one of these off German companies that make 3D movies or do 3D conversions. Space 1999. And my classic pick for the week, Robert Carradine. You probably know him from Revenge of the Nerds. And Billy Colt 45 D. Williams, Lando Calrissian. The man, the myth, the legend, Billy D. This is a Kino Lorber release. Love the Kino Lorber. People say it's kind of bland, the disc, but I just love the uniformity. Everything just looks so good on your shelf. So this is my DVD hunting thrift store Sound Exchange. Oh, did I miss something? Nope, I got everything. This is my pickup for the week. Give me a moment. Let me separate the plastic from the artwork. Some of these might actually make the shelf. and I'll get you good people on your way. Give me a moment. I have almost everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C is in Cadillac Man, L is in Ladies Man, Z is in Zapped. Only thing that didn't scan in was 100 kilos. All right, let's wrap this up. Wrap it up. I have everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place as usual. I appreciate each and every one of you checking the video out, leaving comments. If you made it this far, smash a like, ring the bell, give me the big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, what's wrong with you? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Everyone be safe. Deuces.